It's weird. I keep looking it up online and I keep getting a different answer. Did America win the War of 1812 or Canada? Dude, just ask Brodeur or Jagr. They were alive.
What? You serious?
Mind blown.
We need ideas.
I'm dumb. Silly hard. We get to the game, please. You see, it's because they're old. It's an old joke. It's funny. Leafs win 3-2 in the shootout over the New Jersey Devils. And I don't know how many more opportunities I'm going to get to do this, so before I talk about the Leaf win, I want to talk a little bit about Jaromir Jagr. He recently passed Mario Lemieux for 7th all-time in NHL scoring. With just 31 more regular season points, he'll pass Steve Yzerman for 6th. Now keep in mind he screwed off to Russia for a few years. That's nuts. He's got 1,724 points. Phil Kessel is the current leader on the Leafs for career points. He's got 421. Jaromir Jagr scored 2 goals in his first ever game against the Toronto Maple Leafs on December 29th, 1990. He scored those goals on Peter Ing. By the way, the Leafs won that game 6-3. The Leafs scored all 6 of their goals on Frank Pietrangelo. That would be Alex Pietrangelo's dad's cousin. Jaromir Jagr's first ever NHL game was October 5th, 1990 against the Washington Capitals. The next day, Nazem Kadri was born. 8 players who have played for the Leafs this season weren't even born when Jagr played his first NHL game. Nazem Kadri, Peter Holland, Jerry D'Amigo, Jamie Devane, Carter Ashton, Dave Brohl, Josh Levo, and Morgan Riley. Jake Gardner was born about 3 months before. Why am I telling you all this? It's just nuts, that's all. It's just maybe the next time the Leafs play the Devils, Jagr will be hurt or something. You never know the circumstances, so I had to take the opportunity to just point that craziness out. Now, the Leaf game. The Leafs just got outshot 38-25 against the NHL team that averages the least amount of shots per game. The Devils average just over 26 shots a game. 12 shot difference. Oh, and that average that is the NHL's worst, the Leafs got less than that. And yet they come out victorious. 2 points, that's the name of the game. Bozak scores again to open up the scoring. That's 8 points in 7 games since returning. And more importantly to me, he's got points in 6 of the 7 games since he's returned. Consistency. We recorded a new podcast yesterday and we were talking about Leafs #1 center. That is Bozak the guy, and while I have been critical of him, gee, he just keeps scoring. He just keeps putting up points. What am I going to say? Other than he's been great. Second period starts, the Leafs lose all the momentum, just $1.39 in, Devils scoring the power play. But just over 4 minutes later, JVR. That's how he shoots apparently. 2-1. JVR, PPG, BT Dubs, LOL. The Leafs have the momentum and they're not going to let it go. Was that Ryan Clough? Cody Franzen and Tim Gleason get completely burnt by Ryan Clough. And guess what? First goal of the season. Who are you going to call? Slump Busters! Ryan Clough, by the way, 4-game point streak. Going back to my David Clarkson thing from last video. Third period, it's okay. Tyler Bozak with the... Wait, why? Question of the game. The second Tyler Bozak goal, where James Van Riemsdyk apparently interfered with Corey Schneider, should that have been counted as a goal? I won't say yes. What I will say is, come on. Unfortunately, come on is not a good convincing tactic for refs. It's not very persuasive. Put it this way. Fine, I get it, but I don't really think that gets called in the playoffs. That particular one. And it's a shame because it would have been really nice to see the Leafs get a regulation win. But the shootout comes and they announce the Leafs shooters and they say James Van Riemsdyk, Joffrey Lupul, and Tyler Bozak. And I just went, what happened to the Leaf team that sucked at the shootout last year? What happened to the team that only Tyler Bozak could score shootout goals for? Only one of them scored, JVR, but it was his 5th shootout goal of the year. I believe one of 2 Leafs to have 5 shootout goals so far this season, along with Joffrey Lupul. The Leafs and Washington Capitals both lead the NHL with 8 shootout wins. Nuts. Never would have saw that coming. And if you thought that second Bozak goal should have counted, well, hopefully that made up for it. Here's the little storm cloud, though, that hangs above that. One of the tiebreakers for the standings is called ROW. You can look it up. It's right in the standings on NHL.com. ROW stands for regulation or overtime wins. You know, the kind of wins you get in the playoffs. On account of there's no shootout, that little chestnut. Here's the huge difference that shootouts make. The Capitals, Leafs, Jets, and Islanders all have the exact same amount of regulation and overtime wins. 14. In the actual league standings, the Capitals are 14th, the Leafs are 18th, the Jets are 25th, and the Islanders are 26th. And I don't know about you, but that's a little terrifying. They gotta find a way to get it done in regulation. And they might need that tiebreaker because right now they sit 1 point out of a wild card spot in the East. But since wins have been kind of scarce lately, let's just enjoy it. That's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked it. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Check out the brand new Steve Dangle podcast. We talk about Dave Bolin, drafting, the Winnipeg Jets, and trade rumors and all that craziness. Link down below. Peace. 2 points.